Greetings. I am Eric Mother.com with another quick educational video, and just so we can understand where we are trading in relationship to the market. July 21st, 2021. There is your trading for the US averages. All right, let's go take a look at AMC, try and understand what it is doing and what we can learn from this chart. So first and foremost, for those looking for true momentum will only come if and when we see a breakout above the recent weekly closing high. That is when momentum players are going to be back in the name, with a future breakout above the recent weekly closing high from the month of June. Otherwise, they would not touch it. On the monthly time frame, the next breakout level again would be if and when it can clear the recent monthly closing high. This is when you can get another potential thrust in the stock. Otherwise, those chasing momentum would not consider this as an entry for now. Remember, the last powerful move came with a breakout above the lower teens, or let's say about $12-13. This was where the true momentum began in the month of May. We can also see that on the weekly time frame, the true momentum only came after we cleared this area right here. Remember, there was a breakout attempt that failed in around middle of March 2021. Failed breakout here led to multiple weeks of sideways, and it gathered itself in forming that base and ultimately broke out. And the beauty of the momentum strategy is you avoid this type of a sideways to down market over many years, and you only look to be in any instrument if and when it is clearing previous highs. As we can see, there were two entries here, one in January 2021 and another one here late May 2021, which is to say the next future breakout level would have to come. Otherwise, momentum players are not playing this for momentum entry, even though for the week, this week it is up almost 23%, today being a Wednesday. Now, as we continue here touching on some key areas, so we can see that this is an area to watch on the weekly. If you take this area here, we can say actually that this was a wedge formation, something like that. And once we cleared this area, we see prices exploded. Now take that area, this breakout of the RSI, which led to this move here, and draw a uniformity line based on my concept. And we can see that the market is aware of this area on the weekly, hence the move this week. It's another way of saying that as long as it is above the blue line, there's probability of a formation of a new base, maybe even for a future breakout. Otherwise, should we break below this area, which by the way would also coincide with this line, which is the extension of the blue of the prior support line. So connecting the lows here and here, we get the green blue line. And again, we can see that the market is aware because it has bounced on this line on the weekly. As long as it is above the two lines, the green and the blue, prices could go higher, and a break of this area again could lead to lower prices. Now, so the weekly looks like it is showing stability. If you take a look at the daily, we can also see that this is where the price movement began in the middle of January 2021. We can say that this RSI movement led to prices moving higher. Now we take that line, this area here, and you can see the market is also aware of this line because it's bounced twice recently, here and here, which were the lows here in the lower 30s, and we've bounced since. So all those things, as long as prices are above the blue line, one can continue holding anticipating that in the future weeks and months it could break out. But this is not a good place to be buying an instrument because there's no breakout. Again, this is a desirable entry because it's a breakout, and which gives the probability of this sharp, sustained, aggressive move. Right now, there's no aggressive move higher, but as long as it's above the blue line, we can see that prices could stabilize. At some point in the future, a break below this line would be a fresh sell signal. Now, let me show you what I'm looking at here in terms of day to day. So we're going to take this prior lows line and this lows here, extend it out. And you can see that we recently broke below this line right here, coming off the highs there. And now this is turning into resistance. It also happens to be an area around RSI 50. So if the 50 turns into resistance, then what that is saying that actually prices are now going to start in the short term pointing down. We can see something similar if we take a look at the 4-hourly. And the 4-hourly, a simple backtest line, is also confirming that this could be an area of potential failure. So if we end up confirming resistance here, then the next meaningful direction is down. Otherwise, if prices are going to continue building the base higher, they would need to clear and move above the backtest line. As a bonus, if you take the highs right here and these highs, you get this line here. Now this is in a way a good line to track because and see what happens to it down the road, because movement above this line on the daily RSI led to this explosive period right here, this entry. So that line is legit. Now what we can do also is use this line in the future, and so I'm going to extend the line. Notice that we bounced on the line throughout this process. And then we broke below the line, resistance on the line for the highs there, and now we are back in this general area. And of course, depending on what happens, this could be an area to watch for those who trade the small time frame, because movement above these two lines is needed if there's going to be an upward move above where it is trading. Resistance on the line would confirm the daily that there's a probability that this is where it stalls after gaining 24% yesterday, that the next meaningful direction is actually down from here. We shall see. So be it. Eric Mother.com. Love light, light love. Namaste.